26-year-old Afeni Muhammad in court Friday afternoon, charged with first-degree murder. East Point police say Muhammad fatally stabbed her manager, 39-year-old Jennifer Harris, inside the McDonald's where they both worked on 9 Mile Thursday morning.
Prior to the stabbing, Muhammad was sent home by Harris for not performing her work duties and told Harris, "I'll be back."
2 days before the Muhammad posted a video on her Instagram, which is public. This is a small portion of that video.
But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early, it's not funny. Somebody will have to do something about that.
Due to the suspect having a record in Virginia for a similar crime involving another knife, the judge set her bond at $25 million cash or surety.
Investigators say the suspect Harris several times inside the drive-through portion of the fast food restaurant. A customer, a CPL holder, was in his car and witnessed the crime. Authorities say he shot his gun in the air, attempting to stop the violence. When the suspect ran out of the restaurant, the CPL holder held her at gunpoint until police arrived.
The first case that we are going to look at involves a situation that actually happened recently that has practically taken social media by storm this week. We are going to be breaking down the unaliving of Jennifer Harris, the McDonald's supervisor who was unalived by her employee.
Jennifer Harris, a 39-year-old McDonald's manager and mother of 6, was fatally by 26-year-old employee Afeni Badu Muhammad at the East Point, Michigan McDonald's on July 10th. Reports confirm that Harris and Muhammad argued during their shift that day, leading Harris to send Muhammad home early. Instead of letting it go, Muhammad went home, grabbed a kitchen knife, put on a mask, and returned to the McDonald's through the employee entrance, where she stabbed Harris multiple times with reports indicating up to 15 wounds. Damn.
During the attack, a drive-thru customer with a concealed firearm fired a warning shot and detained Muhammad until police arrived, preventing further violence. Muhammad later admitted to detectives that she intended to kill Harris, explaining she left work, went to a park to think, and then returned to carry out this. Authorities also confirmed Muhammad has a prior knife-related incident on her record, adding to concerns about her history with violence.
Videos have surfaced of Muhammad reportedly in her McDonald's uniform venting about Harris on social media. While not every report confirms explicit threats while waving a knife, these videos are being cited as evidence of premeditation and intent. Muhammad is now facing charges of first-degree premeditated murder, carrying a dangerous weapon with unlawful intent, and being a habitual offender, second offense. She is being held on a $25 million bond with strict conditions, including GPS monitoring, restricted travel, no contact with Harris's family, and a ban from returning to the McDonald's.
Harris's death has left her 6 children and the East Point community grieving. The franchise owner has covered her funeral expenses and created a fund to support her children. A memorial and balloon release were held outside the McDonald's on July 14th, where Harris was remembered as a caring mother who treated employees like family. A probable cause conference for Muhammad is scheduled for July 23rd with a preliminary hearing on July 30th.
This case has sparked online discussions around victim blaming and whether claims of workplace mistreatment should be part of the conversation.
So obviously, you guys, there are several things to break down here. This was a very gruesome attack, unaliving, and it's just the way things escalated. Like, the first thing that kind of came into my mind was, babe, you're not the only person in this world to have a shitty manager. I would have rather her like fight her, curse her out, something than like. It did give something was mentally off, which everybody was saying about her. That something was
why I feel like she took it that far.
They said that she had a prior knife-related incident on her record. Doesn't McDonald's conduct background checks on its employees?
I don't know, but
I feel like they should.
But Deborah, you worked in fast food.
I did. They didn't do a background check on me. So it really just depends on your area. Like, a lot of fast food places, like, they do hire felons and people with records and stuff like that.
When I worked for juniors, I don't think I had background check. I was literally hired on the spot.
I guess it's the whole thing of like, you're just serving food. Like, what can you?
Yeah. I feel like that's kind of discrimination if you feel like a past offense is supposed to define them in that moment. Sometimes it could, but
like, I kind of feel like that's kind of weird, because what if you went to jail for like mixing chemicals and like poisoning people and then they got you cooking food?
When you work for like a corporate job, you have to give them all of your information. So some places, like, they probably like look you up to see. I just feel like if you've done some weird stuff, I feel like it's going to come out. Like, you're not going to be a regular kind of person.
It will come out. I know a job I worked at, it was obviously a creeper. He gave very much predator. And sometimes they don't do background checks, but if you're always going to be yourself, they're going to know who you are.
Yeah. Exactly.
Should allegations of workplace mistreatment be considered when discussing a case involving a workplace homicide? But there were people online that were kind of trying to justify the suspect's behavior for saying, like, well, the manager kind of like put herself in this predicament because she had this reputation of allegedly being so mean. Regardless, does it mean that you take it that far? So morality kind of became like this really big question during the case. Should workplace mistreatment be a factor here?
It should be a factor. It should be a factor because more than 3 people have came out to talk about the mistreatment that they have had from that manager. I feel like when it's that bad, it should definitely be a factor. I don't feel like me personally, that I've seen anyone justify, I don't be on TikTok, maybe on TikTok, but the Facebook posts I see, I don't see anyone really justify it. I feel people are more so empathetic because like you said in the beginning, basically damn near everybody done had a asshole ass supervisor or manager or something. We all not gonna go and you unaliving people just because of that. But there's a lot of people who empathize and then throw on top of the fact that she clearly has some mental issues going on.
Could Afeni pursue a not guilty plea by reason of mental disease or defect?
Yeah, because I feel like that's the whole point. Like, for somebody with a mental disability, bullying them can have a greater effect on them than somebody who has stronger emotional capabilities to regulate their emotions. If she already was having issues with regulating her emotions and she has a past history of inciting violence because she can't regulate her emotions, then that does play a factor. Homegirl's still gonna go to jail. You still have to go to jail. I'm sorry.
But I definitely see a plea of insanity there.
Definitely. Or I feel like a reduced sentence or her being in a
That type
special
of mental,
program.
yeah.
There are certain programs that she can be a part of, so she's not somewhere that is just going to put her in a worse situation because emotionally she might not be able to handle. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how long she was in jail for before or whatever, but that just might not be the best for her. So they're most likely gonna, give her a better deal.
Okay, so based on the facts of the case, do we find Afeni guilty?
Yes. Girl, you went home.
It's the fact that
I
she went
understand.
home and came back. I
Right.
think that is gonna hurt her the most.
And she admitted to premeditating it. You went to the park to think.
Yeah, she told the cops, like, you went to the park to
You
think she
admitted to
wanted to do
thinking
it.
about it.
Yeah.
You screwed yourself.
By
Yeah.
saying
So,
that.
yeah, it was a conscious decision. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So,
However, the past incidents though,
right.
It could speak to a behavioral pattern, but the decisions were conscious. You get what
yeah,
I mean?
that is for
Yeah.
sure. Because when you look at her social media, it definitely gives something off. She's also in some weird home situation. This older man that she's living with, he was like, I can knocking on the door or coming into her room, and she was like screaming, like, no, I don't want to have sex with you. I don't want to have sex. So that was weird. And that was before all of this. But clearly something's off. I don't know what it is exactly. I don't know if she was ever diagnosed with anything.
In a TikTok video she made, she was saying something about like this boss like already had this ongoing thing of just like mistreating her.
I mean, it was bullying, but she took it to the point where the
Allegedly.
manager was taking her hours away. And I was like kind of sketchy on that. I'm like, how bad could that manager really could have been? If previous employees who didn't even work alongside her, they probably worked before her and they corroborated the same thing that she used to cut your hours. Like, even if you work the whole day, you know, you're not getting paid right. And then her living situation is fucked up. What if she's trying to save money to move? Like, that played a part in it too.
It's not right for people to do that because, mind you, I mean, I witness that at my job all the time because the way like it's structured at my job, but people just quit,
Yeah, you just leave.
just leave. Like,
For
you might take the paramedic or something if you was really mad.
get locked up for assault, not murder.
Yeah, I'd rather beat your ass and go to jail and come out the next day
Yeah, like
and to just do all of that.
Crazy.
You fucking with my hours and my money. I'm gonna have to beat your ass. But I'm not gonna,
Imagine it hurt
no.
you. My condolences to that manager's family. I know what it's like to grieve somebody, no matter who that person was. It just was an awful situation.